What's up YouTube, Celtictiger here, and it's Celtictiger's Twilight Deck Building Guide Part 1. The reason I decided to do this video was because with the new September format now upon us, about a month now but still kind of fresh, Judgment Dragons at 3, Chaos Sorcerers at 3, and so is Blackluster Soldiers off the ban list limited. So Twilight has never had a better format, it pretty much sums it up. So for those people who don't fully know how to run or build a Twilight deck, this is for those people, this is for you. So yeah, and hopefully all the people who weren't that comfortable enough, weren't that confident enough to build a deck, get the cards and build a deck in the hopes that it would be good. Well, hopefully after this video this will change their minds and show them that it's a good deck, and it's a really good deck, and show them how to play it and stuff and how to run it, the best way to run it. So without further ado, let's get this guide part 1 underway. First off, you want to make sure you have lots of Lightsworn monsters with different names, because Judgment Dragon, he requires 4 different named Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard in order for you to summon them. So that doesn't mean 3 Raikos and 1 Lumina or something like that. It means 4 different Lightsworns. So the best Lightsworns would be Wolf Lightsworn Beast, Celestial Lightsworn Angel, Arcus Lightsworn Druid, Raiko Lightsworn Hunter, Jane Lightsworn Paladin, Gareth Lightsworn Warrior. 2 cards I don't have at the second, Lila Lightsworn Sorceress, and Aaron Lightsworn Monk. There's also Lumina Lightsworn, I can't remember what her title is, but Lumina is her name. She's also very good. I don't use her, I don't like her, but she's a good Lightsworn, and she has a different name than the others. So yeah, good for Judgment. So yeah, use a good number would be 6 to 7, 6 at least, 6 different Lightsworn identities in your deck. What copies of those, how many copies you use of each is up to you, but as long as you have at least 6 different 6 Lightsworn monsters with different names, that's grand. As for monster count, you'd be looking for about 21 plus. Deck count, you don't have to go to 41 or 42. Some players like to. You don't have to. As you can see, you're using Chaos Sorcerers 2 to 3, Judgment Dragons 2 to 3, and Blackluster. So it's going to be a fast game. You're going to get your boss monsters out, and you're going to be attacking and using their effects, and they're very strong. So your chances are you're not going to deck out. So you don't need to run 41 just because you're afraid of the chance that you might deck out. So don't let that be a reason. So yeah, use different names because of your Judgment Dragons. What else? Make sure you have monsters that benefit from being in the graveyard, or monsters that benefit from being milled. So Wolf, where is he? He's a Lightsworn monster, so he also benefits from being milled. Gets special summoned. Glow Up Bulb, when this is in the graveyard, mill a card to special summon. It's level 1 tuner, really good for synchroing. Same with Plague Spreader, he's a level 2 tuner. If he's in your graveyard, you can stack 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck, special summon him, level 2 tuner. Necro Gardener, if this is in your graveyard when your opponent attacks, you can move him from play and you negate the attack. Really good, and you can use 2 of them now with the new ban list. Excuse me. Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, also really good. Bounce 1 face up card you control to your hand to special summon him from the graveyard. You have to pay 400 as well. That's something. Should use this as well, Call the Haunted. It combos with Zephyros as well, that's why I'm bringing him up now. Call Haunted at 2 this format is also really good for Twilight, since this deck does so much milling. You can special summon one of your milled monsters with this, and then synchro the monster or tribute the monster for Celestia if you brought back a Lightsworn, and then so this Call Haunted stays. It's now dead on your side of the field. It doesn't go to the graveyard because the monster wasn't destroyed. Call wasn't destroyed. So bounce it with Zephyros, and you get free Zephyros and a free Call back to your hand. You get to reuse Call. So brilliant. I'd use 2 Calls in Twilight. Make sure you're using sufficient dark count, a sufficient number of dark monsters, because you're using Chaos. It's using Lightsworn, so they're your lights. So the lights are a given, but the darks, you have to try to put them in. You have to find space for those. So each Chaos Sorcerer is a dark itself. So remember this, because your Chaos Sorcerers will get milled. So I would run at least 2 Chaos Sorcerers, probably 3, and same with Judgment Dragon. But with Chaos Sorcerer, yeah, 2 to 3, and Black Luster is a light, but he doesn't count as a dark. But yeah, so use 2 to 3 Chaos Sorcerers. Trigodia is another popular dark for Twilight. You're allowed to use him, 2 of him this format. Really good, so you know, experiment with that. Sangan, also really good. Tour Guide if you have it. Some people might experiment with Tour Guide in Twilight. You know, double Necro Gardener, Zephyros, and Plague Spreader. They're all darks. You could try Burial from Different Dimension to get back your removed darks from Chaos Sorcerer, or get back Necro Gardener, get back Plague Spreader into your graveyard. You know, there's just so many options as usual. Oh yeah, I missed out something. the graveyard monsters. I wrote down a few suggestions that aren't standard graveyard monsters used in Twilight, and just a few suggestions. Spore and Dandelion, that because they're used in Plant Synchro. Maybe a different team could be made in a certain Twilight deck by some player. Dandy gets milled, 2 tokens. Spore gets milled, remove Dandy, level 4 tuner, and 2 tokens. You haven't even normal summoned. Do the math, you know, summon a level 3 monster and you have a Trishula right there, so pretty much for free. Treeborn Frog, free monster. Destiny Hero Dasher, you know his effect if you don't look him up when you draw. If he's in your graveyard, when you draw during your draw phase, if you draw a monster you can special summon it. So if you're stuck with a Lila in your hand and you draw into Wolf, you can special summon the Wolf, tribute the Wolf for sorry, not Lila, Celestia. So that's really good. Nice combo there. Plus Destiny Hero Dasher is a dark, remember this. Yeah. Oh yeah, make sure you have cards that mill as well. Lastly, so obviously your Lightsworn monsters have their own mill effect, but then you also have the 2 Lightsworn support cards. That would be Charge with Light Brigade. The mill 3 cards, and then search your deck for level 4 lower Lightsworns. That's a milling. And Solar Recharge. Use 3 of this, by the way. Discard 1 Lightsworn monster, draw 2, then mill 2. That's really good. You're stuck with a dead wolf in your hand or something, you know. So it's great for consistency as well. You never know, could end up drawing this guy, or Heavy Storm or something, Judgment Dragon, etc. So yeah, that's all for part 1. Stay tuned and look out for part 2, which I'll be making and putting up shortly. So thanks for watching YouTube, and peace out.